Hello YouTube crafty people, Stacy here and
Jan here.
And today we're going to be showing felted purses. Do you want to explain what felted is?
Yes, felted is knitting with either 100% wool or at least 80% wool. And these are all handbags, purses. When you get it finished knitting and have a handle on it, you put it in your washing machine that has an agitator, which I know a lot of them now don't have. No, it goes up and down. Don't have an agitator like they used to. Put hot water in there and put it in a pillowcase that's zipped up. You put it in there and you let it agitate for 5 or 6 minutes. Check it to make sure it's starting to shrink. And then you shrink it to the size you want. The more you agitate it, the smaller it gets. Both ways, wide and tall. And the strap gets shorter. So you kind of have to keep an eye on it once it starts felting. That's what felting is a wool yarn that you put in hot water and agitate it.
So we'll in this video be showing all of them, and then in a future video maybe show how to felt one.
Okay.
Possibly give very vague instructions on the pattern to knit and then felt.
Basically, these are all the same pattern.
Almost, pretty much.
Just smaller, larger.
And if you hear the whining in the background, that's Kemper. He's whining.
What he does best.
So, we're going to title this video.
What are we going to title
Dad's favorite title.
All felt up.
Get felt up.
All felt up. I think he said get felt up. Felt up.
Okay, so shall we start with the ones that are not felted? So we can show you.
That's a good idea.
First stage.
Now this is just straight knit. You can see all the stitches on it. The bottom of it's a rectangle, a different stitch than the body is.
The body is stitched in the round.
Yes.
It just goes round, 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 round until you get to the top.
Yeah. Put the handle on.
It's the handle.
Since this is small, the handle goes from end to end. And when this is felted, it'll be much smaller. We'll show you next time after it's felted, maybe. Or use it.
So after it's felted, it'll be probably a couple of inches off each side and top and
at
front.
least.
It'll be like, I think that big. And here's another one. This one still has where it was stitched in the round, the markers for where the
you mark your
corners.
So you know when you have finished a complete round.
And then
doesn't have any handles yet.
No handles yet, but see how big that is? It's hard to tell in the video.
I'll hold this one up.
We have one that's been felted that almost is this same pattern.
Yeah. It just has the difference. Big difference.
And this one has 2 handles. Sunset colors. Yeah. This one has a little bit of a Kemper. My goodness. Has a little bit of a sparkly thread in it too.
Yeah. They're called novelty threads. Or novelty yarns, really. Some of them are considered a yarn. You could just knit with just the shiny stuff. That'll be the same size as that smaller one once it's felted. Somebody's in trouble. And where are you going to be going? Oh, are you going to be on camera? Oh,
this is the whiner.
There you are.
He turned 14 yesterday.
Yeah. He's a wiggler too.
He's a wiggler. He probably
Wiggler
won't
and a
stay.
whiner.
Okay, so now we're going to show all of the felted ones, and there's a lot. So feel free to skip to whichever ones you like. This is a little bit different pattern. Has a flap on it.
It has a flap which needs a button. Haven't put the button on there yet because I usually wait till I line them. This one's not lined. Line them with a zipper and a pocket so you can put your sunglasses and your cell phone and other things on it.
Plain
It's just
black.
plain black, which you can jazz up with, have lots of beads and, goodness, I can't remember what those are called. They're on a ribbon. You can sew it across. It has to be sewn on before you line it. See, there's no lining in that one either. This one's fairly small.
We have some, looks like Easter or something.
No, it's shades of pink and fuchsia. And this one is lined with a fuchsia color.
It even has a zipper pocket.
It has a zip pocket and two pouch pockets right here, so you can put things in. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's hard to tell. And then there's a pocket that's zippered right there, so you can put stuff down there. This one has a novelty yarn in it that was
Novelty
like
yarn.
yeah, it's a novelty yarn. It was like a furry, I don't know what you'd call it. You just add it to your two strands of wool as you knit it. You don't have to do the whole bag, just a stripe or two, or just whatever. You get to be creative. There's no set rules to any of this.
Nope.
And the way this handle is made, you can carry it like this over your shoulder, or if you want it a crossbody, you can pull it all to one side, and then you have one big, long handle. So it's made for either way. Just pulls through holes. And if it's too long either way, you can untie it here and tie it up tighter. Very versatile. It's like a raspberry color. It would be a raspberry purse.
Here's
This one
another
has,
with the,
this one has the fringe too, only it's at the top instead of the bottom. And this one looks more like a yarn. The other one looked more like a flat, maybe like a papery looking yarn. But this one is lined too. It's hard to line the little ones with a lot of pockets and stuff. There's your zipper and there's your two pockets, because they're fairly small.
the Big Mama.
This is a wide one. This was made for somebody who wanted a big purse, but we never got it to her. So it hasn't been lined or anything. If I could cut it down smaller so I could carry it, I would, because I like the colors, but it's big. Look how big the bottom is. It's big, and it's been felted. It would be different if it wasn't felted. It's already been felted, so it was pretty big before it was felted. It was huge, actually.
Lots of color in that one. There's a pink one
With
some
that
shiny.
Yeah, that shiny thread that you can add to it. Can't find a lot of this stuff anymore. This one's lined too. It has a different handle though. This handle doesn't give much.
It
So
has
I've only
a,
done one like this.
This
one,
magnet.
a magnet closure,
Mm-hmm.
which you can get at Joann's. They come in a set of 2, I think. You hear it pop. And this one I got, this is one of my early ones. I got really creative on this. This one even has pockets on the inside, on the side. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets and a zippered. I don't do them that intricate anymore. It takes too long.
This one has pom-poms.
Yeah,
It looks like pom-poms anyway.
it's like pom-poms. I'll have to
I like the colors. I like purple.
purple and pinks. And it's lined with purple and pink. You can see it. Yeah.
Flowery.
Flowery.
And that one has the type of, well, I don't know
You
if
like
that
this
could
handle?
be crossbody.
This one may not because it is so small. I guess it depends on.
Sometimes you can't determine how big it'll
It
be
can
after
be
it's
crossbody. It
felted.
just won't be really hanging low. It can be.
For a small person such as us,
Yeah,
it
we
could
could
be
make
crossbody.
That's true.
Here is the
That's a bubble
the
pattern.
beaded stuff that she was talking about.
Yeah. It's on a ribbon. It comes with the beads hanging on the bottom. Now, when I bought a lot of these were used for, if you remember, the fad was to put these on the bottom of a lampshade. The ribbon, you glued it on, and then it had all the little beads hanging off of it. Well, it is on a purse. And this is a bubble pattern. This is a little bit different than the others.
It gets smaller towards the top.
Yeah, it kind of rounds more, and then it's the top. And this one's lined also. This one has 2 sets of pockets and a zipper on the other side. So it's lined with a purple leaf pattern. And again with a magnetic clasp
And the shiny thread.
and a shiny thread.
Or not thread, but yarn.
Yeah. That's what it's going to be lined with.
The lining for that.
Yeah, pretty much the standard as you've already seen. The only thing different about this is there's not a knot on the outside. I attached it on the inside. So there's not the knot like you see. Let me find one again. Like this one, where the 2 sides are tied together to not go through the hole. This one has the same strap, but it doesn't have a knot. So it's just like one continuous loop.
This is one that Mom carries in the
This is
fall.
one of my favorites. It has all the little leaves, colored leaves on the ribbon. Yeah. A lot of times you don't know how good they're going to turn out till they're done. And then some, if I really like them, I keep them. To
This
carry
one has 2
myself.
zipper pockets.
2 zipper pockets.
One in each side.
A gold lining.
Here's another one of the ones that Mom carries.
Yeah, I like this one.
Doggone crazy.
This is a pin that somebody made for me, and since I don't wear scarves or actually have any kind of scarf around my neck, I decided to put it on this purse so that I could use it and see it. And it's lined with like a gold background with some suns, moons, and stars top.
Suns, moons, and
Sun, moon, stars, yeah. And it also has, even though it has these little, it doesn't go straight through the purse, it has these little tabs that it goes through. It still has a knot, and you can still pull it all to one side and carry it crossbody. That's one of my favorites.
That is a color scheme. At first, Mom says, those colors do not go together.
Did you do this one or Shari do this one?
I did that color scheme first.
Okay.
And you said, no, that teal doesn't go with those warm colors.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Turned out pretty good, didn't it? Like
Yes,
I say,
it
you
does.
don't know sometimes what you're going to get till it's done. And it turned out one of the prettiest ones. And this is small.
Okay, I'm gonna go get the dog some food.
This is small. It just has one rope for the handle with a knot at each end. So you can move the knot up if you want something short, or you can pull it all the way to the end. Smaller ones usually just have a handle from side to side, not in the front, like a lot of the ones that are like this one, that are bigger. See it? It goes into the bag, and you've got one on each side. So there's 2. And this one is, this one's not lined, but I found this really pretty pin at Walmart, and it was on sale, and it was the only one there, and I thought that's mine because it's green, and I like green. And this is ombre, I guess you would say. It goes from dark to light as you go up the bag. I usually start with my darkest color on the bottom because it's going to be the one that gets the dirtiest if it's on the floor.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And you have some stringed beads.
Yeah, string beads.
Oops.
And that's a stripe with one color that goes all the way through the stripes. So that's different too. And it's lined.
Whoa. That one's pretty heavy.
It is, isn't it? Well, it does have some stuff in it. I have glasses or pens.
Oh.
I've carried it, and then the beads broke, and I need to take it apart and fix my beads. Here's the lining that's coming out of it. You have to sew it in by hand. You have to take the lining out to get to the beads, if you need to repair them. You know, I may have a pair of glasses in there that might be handy. I hadn't thought about that. Possibly.
This one would be for a young girl.
Sure, I did that one. Oh, look, Dramamine, lipstick. Oh, all sorts of goodies in this one.
Has a couple of little buttons on it.
She is a button girl.
See, buttons.
Plastic handles. This is cute. This one's just cute. It is.
For a young girl.
Yeah. Teenager.
This one could also be for a young girl.
True. Those are smaller.
They don't have a whole lot of stuff.
Too small to put a whole lot in there. And it has the novelty yarn that's got the little ribbon looking thing to it instead of yarn. I've used this several times. I must have had a bunch of it.
Oh no.
Yeah, these are my beads that I'm going to
Some
put
beads to go on this one that haven't gone on it yet.
on. Right. I made it that color just so I could use these
Another
beads.
ombre.
Because I like these beads. They look like jade. It's one of my projects for me that I'm going to keep.
Just going to keep this one.
Yeah.
Not
Not
lined
lined.
because the beads need to go on.
Yeah, the beads are first and then the liner. But I can tell you one thing, the lining is not as fun as making the purse. That's why most of them are not lined.
The purses, because they are in the round, are pretty quick.
They're fast. Yeah, you can knock them out in no time.
2 days.
Just round it out. This one's got
It's
a stripe.
smaller one.
And it's got a stripe in it. Just two colors on that, a dark and a medium teal. And it's a small one. Small
Not
one.
lined
Not
yet.
lined.
So all of the ends
Oh,
are in there.
the
You can
tails.
see from the yarn, but they've been felted.
And you can trim them off too. They felt together so there's no way it'll come apart.
Here's a different design. Has a flap.
With a button and a pocket on the front. Yeah. I made 2 or 3 like that. People like those.
I'm not the
Something
biggest fan
small.
of the
The
color
button.
scheme.
Oh, why not? It's pretty. I think it's pretty.
And I'm not a button person.
Not even on a purse?
No.
Oh, good grief, Stacy, you're weird.
I don't wear buttons unless it's at the top of my jeans.
And that's only to keep them on her body. Jeez.
I don't wear collars. Nope, no buttons or collars for me. So this one is a little different. It is lined with that same lining we saw already seen, but it has some
Yes.
beads in it
Yeah.
that were knitted into it as it was
Yeah.
being knitted.
Little
Those
hard
shiny
beads.
things, all of that is beading.
It's a little bit bigger than a seed bead, isn't it?
Yeah, seed bead is tiny.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, and this was in the yarn. I have a yarn that had the glittery stuff and the beads periodically on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. It did.
That's weird.
But it turned out pretty good. Yeah.
Here's
Different.
another one of those ones that could be for
Yeah.
a young lady.
Yeah, I
This
like
is
the
a shari
lining.
lining.
Yeah. It's got a big mouth with hair around its lips. Okay.
That
Another
one looks
small.
Easter.
This one does look Eastery, doesn't it? Because of the fringe. I'll have to
he
show
must be
'em.
done eating. He's drinking water now.
I'll have to show my Easter baskets too that I felted. The little bitty ones, remember?
Oh, yeah. This is almost that same color scheme that I was told would not work.
No, it's not even close.
Uh-huh.
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. There's no
Yeah.
green in this one. Like there is on the bottom of that one. There's turquoise instead. That might be the only difference.
like
is
the fuzzy.
turquoise. You
It's like
the
carrying a
fuzzy stuff?
Muppet.
Great. We have Muppet bags.
Muppet bags instead of Muppet bags. Muppet bags.
Silly girl.
Same lining as before. Ooh, this one's been used.
Yeah, I need to take it out and wash it.
Small one again.
I
Could
carried
be
that
for a
one.
young girl.
I carried that one for a while. Boy, it does look rough. Maybe I need to redo the lining altogether.
Hey, here's another one that's really wide and short.
Well, the last ones I did 5 before I felted them. And they all came out too wide and too short. I should have done one. And then if I didn't like it, done the other 4 taller.
The openings.
So I learned by my mistakes. Big mistakes. Yeah. Once they're felted, you're done. You're stuck with them. You can't change them. Yeah, there's several that are really wide instead of tall. I didn't make them tall enough. It'd been a while since I've done it, and I really couldn't remember how many rows I needed.
Uh-oh.
So after this, it's not been tied yet.
Uh-oh.
I see. I'll take it out to line it, then I'll put it back in.
It's not
To,
lined.
I'll put it back
She
in.
said
to-
that's why this hasn't been tied together
hasn't lined
for the handles.
Because when you felt them in the washing machine, you don't tie the knot yet. You tie it after it's felted. You put it together with a large safety pin so that you won't lose it in the washing machine. But you tie the knot after you take this out to line it, then you put it back in and tie the knot. But this is another one of them that's really not tall enough to suit me. I guess
Here's
some people
another
like mine.
one without the pocket in the front.
Yeah, and this is all of this is one. This was one scheme. It's variegated like that. I didn't change colors to make it do that. It's like that with a button. Not lined, I'd say.
Nope.
Nope. Like I say, it's not the fun part.
This one you
I like the
probably
fun
love.
part. I do. I may put some of those green beads on that one too. Like, I don't know if they'll match it or not, but yeah. Anything green is me.
Those beads that you had.
Mm.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog. Not too bad. It may not
I'm a
even
purple
anything.
person.
I'm a green person.
I'm a purple people eater. And
Mhm.
you're a green person.
I am a green person. This is what it looks like on the back side. Sometimes the back side's prettier than the front side, which is what happened with this one.
That's actually the inside out.
This is really inside out. It was prettier on the outside, inside, than it was on the outside. Because it looks totally different, as you can see. There's an outside and an inside together. It's like a big mouth. Yeah.
Here's a very basic.
Yeah. The black and the black with turquoise are very basic.
Just with one stripe. That's it.
Yeah.
Not lined.
No. You
Yet.
gotta get on the lining thing, don't I? It's just not fun.
We never intended to carry all these. Just to let you know.
No, I was gonna sell them.
Exactly.
And I still will when they get done. Sell most of them. And this one's one of mine too that I like.
Well, this
The
is
beads
almost
will
the
go.
same as that other.
The beads will go on that one. The beads could go on this one. Oh, the other one's at the bottom of the stack. Yeah, there's several that are shades of green enough that a green bead would go on there. And I got a bunch of them while I could get my hands on them.
This is the last one.
Oh, there's other stuff in that one. Now see, this is where I put these together with a safety pin to felt it. I'll take the safety pin out, then I can tie my knot after I do the lining. This was handled really long, especially for such a short bag. Yeah. And this has a different yarn in it too, to make it look like it's variegated. Wow. How many is that? A bunch.
I don't know.
I may have missed some somewhere.
It's possible.
Been trying to put them in
I
the
know
bag.
that we've carried some,
Yeah, I've carried
and of
some.
course sold some and given some away.
Yeah.
So this is definitely not all of them. But you can, once you get the hang of the pattern, you don't even really have to look at it or count it or anything. You just go.
12 rows up, and you decrease on all 4 corners. Move your marker. 12 more rows up. Do the same thing. 12 more rows up. You can keep going, or you can stop and
Change colors.
do whatever within all those 36 to 40 rows. Yeah. Guess what? Every one of them is a little bit different.
Is that everything?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think we need any more, do you?
No.
I just need to get on the stick and line them.
Yes.
I have a box of lining fabric for them.
So, maybe future video we'll felt some, talk more about how to make one and how to felt it and get felt up. And we will show different decorations and stuff
I've got a box of
that you can
trims.
put on the outsides of them.
Yeah.
I guess that's it for today.
Yay.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Make sure to hit the little bell that's on my page so you know whenever I post a video, it'll pop up and give you a notification. Follow me on Instagram, Stacy Noel CP on Instagram, where I show all my crafty things and I don't get personal. Da 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 da. Bye.
Bye.